All right,
Okay.
now you can look
Two
around.
combo things.
There's also a slight mechanic that they aren't mentioning because it doesn't really matter a lot, but
That was a
there are
chest
very
back there.
You saw
oh
a
yeah,
chest?
Yeah.
up on the
Yeah,
top of the other
up.
stairs. Yeah. Technically, preservation and destruction characters have sort of a soft like taunt. They're more likely to be attacked by enemies. So, and like doubly so under March's skill when you shield, it'll also attract them more. So if you put the shield on March or you put it on Grade on you, then you're more likely to be attacked, which then helps March get more attacks as well.
Uh-huh.
It should not be particularly relevant in these battles, but it might be if you're like, well, I need to shield this person, but I also don't want them to get attacked a lot, then like that can be counterintuitive.
Okay, that's pretty cool.
Mhm.
I can do the other one as well.
Good.
You could, if you do the big AoE, you should be able to
Yep.
finish off the little ones.
Are meant to be broken.
This ult does have two variants, either a single target or a blast.
Yeah, that blast is one of the only ultimates. So if you just press it. There you go.
I can kill one of them, but not both.
Right, but you also break
Sure.
the other two since you're hitting them both, so it's going to do a lot of damage.
I guess yeah. Without knowing, I don't think you'll have enough bleed damage to kill the other one, but it ought to be close.
Oh,
I think he's dead now.
Okay.
Yeah, we weren't worried.
Reach the end of the story in your own way.
manuscripts.
That's
I wanna
not
break
breakable, but that is. Yeah, fuck your space station. Arlen, I was breaking things. Am I supposed to be breaking things?
The repulsion
The
resistance
elevator was
shut down.
broken when I got there already.
Just like the rules.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. At least the enemy doesn't know how to push that button.
Yeah.
They don't have the special card. Oh, still a Jade.
No!
Oh, well.
Let me it.
Well,
Oh, I've been ambushed
got an
now.
achievement.
Okay.
And you still outspeed
Okay.
them.
So this is
You
where I'm
should
like,
just murk this guy.
yeah, you have to decide how you want to go about things. Battles are up to you. If you use a skill there, it would have broken him in one hit. This also
The
works.
truth of life and death, revealed in an instant. This sanctuary is but a vision.
I told ya I could fight.
Now, you really do not need to. So, okay, in fact, if you press in your right stick, you can see that he now has, because he was broken by a wind character, he has one stack of wind shear. So he will take wind damage at the beginning of his turn, which means he's going to die anyway, basically. So, like, you really don't even need to attack him at all if you don't want
All
to.
right. Let's get to it then. I mean, that this would hit everything.
That's
so-
right.
This is true. So,
So-
it's still the better option.
But it's an option you can weigh.
Yeah.
You may want to go super dot heavy. There's definitely characters and teams that can do that, in which case you really thrive on putting enemies in situations where they're going to die at the start of their turn. If you're just doing regular damage, you may not care so much, but it is something to keep in mind.
These light cones?
Okay.
I thought only the Interastral Peace Corporation had rare stuff like this.
The IPC.
Light cones are Garden of Recollection technology. They allow you to carry memories around. Very potent enhancement items. I heard the corporation paid a lot for the usage rights, but I've no idea how Herta managed to get hold of one.
They were acquired legitimately. That's all I can say.
Like a trading card.
Take them.
Free light cone. What's a light cone?
Oh, I didn't even have to walk up to it.
No.
Okay. Okay.
These are the weapons of this game, so they give stats, and they also have bonus effects. In this case, this is one that you can actually make use of for a decent amount of time.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Destruction.
Yeah, so it's broken up by your path, your character's path, which is basically their class, more or less. that would be kind of a lie because class implies there's like a structure that all of them will follow. There are vibes that all of them will follow. Destruction tends to do AoE and be a mix of damage and tankiness. Hunt is usually single target, high damage. Nihility tends to be a lot of debuffs or have some sort of mechanic around it, whether that's damage over time or like slowing or lowering defense. Preservation has some sort of protection or damage mitigation. Abundance has some sort of healing or say HP increasing. I'm missing one, aren't I? Erudition usually is
AoE.
yeah, just like pure AoE. And Harmony is just like pure buffs for your usual, like your team instead of debuffs. They're sort of the opposite of Nihility.
Elevator already? That wasn't too many monsters.
How do I get the cool chest?
Ugh, probably shouldn't have said that.
Good question.
Bad luck.
Doesn't look like you can right now.
You've grown, March.
March learned not to jinx things.
Horsey.
Okay. Different music.
Mm-hmm. Ah,
The time is now.
double speed.
That's a left bumper.
Now, you don't have to, but
My turn.
Oh,
Left bumper. Oh, yeah, I
it
don't really want
speeds
to.
up all the animations.
All right, let's do it.
and keep in mind, speeding up the animations is nice just because if anything, it almost seems like they're too slow without it. That's from us players who've been playing for a while, though. However, so you can push in the left stick, just like you did with the right stick. You can see your party. You can also switch it here with the left stick again. But so you can see at any time what effects you're under, whatever, you and the enemies. One thing to keep in mind is that even if you go to 2 times speed, which you could try it out and see if you like it, you can always slow things down by just holding the button that activates ultimates. Even if you don't have an ultimate to activate, it will stop the motion in its place and give you a chance to kind of assess.
Which is actually different than it is on if you play without a controller. It's a downside of playing on like a keyboard is it doesn't pause, oddly enough.
This would be a great time to hit them all. And after you do, you get the lovely break. You get to go again. You could swing it all, or you could hit the 1. And swinging it all is going to break him more. Now, if you hold left trigger again, see how those pop up? Now, it's his turn, so it's not going to change anything. But if it was the enemy's turn, or they were about to start to go, it stops it there. It basically freezes time.
Okay.
So if you're ever like, all right, hold on, what's going on here? Because sometimes enemies' turns will change unexpectedly. Turn order can flip on you, so just you can always do that if you're ever like, let's see what's happening. That way you're also ready to queue ultimates and interrupt a turn before they actually start. Because if their turn starts, you can't interrupt it anymore.
Try that again.
Keeps trying to hit me. Not very good for him. Okay. So she seems to be getting up towards the top. Do I need to redo defense, or is that just...
So he still has a shield on. You can see because he's got the little white bar around his health on the bottom left. You can apply her shield to as many people as you've got the skill points and time to do so. So you could put her shield on herself as well, or Don Hom if you want.
Watch this.
Let's make it quick.
Okay, so...
Gotta try hard sometimes.
Oh, it's an AoE thing, though.
Check out this.
Mhm.
Not nearly as cool.
No, but it'll do some free damage out of turn, and then she can start building her meter up again.
Yeah.
We were
There's
hoping
a
to
thing that
freeze.
says yeah, there's a thing that says affect res that popped up on him. That means that he resisted the freezing effect that it tried to apply to him.
Gotcha.
There are ways to say increase that stat to make it more likely that it'll work, or lower his effect resistance. But yeah,
What's the difference between X and Y here?
Y does
Y
more
better?
damage and also builds more ultimate.
Oh.
yeah, because it's the skill. So, but it'll consume one of your skills, and you'll notice when you do it, the little stars, one of them will sort of be white as though it's filling them up, and then the other one will be red as it's taking it down.
You can't run.
Okay. I'm gonna let it fly for now.
Now, you don't have a traditional healer in this party, and you won't for a while. Her shields are
Yeah.
about all you have, so just keep that in mind.
Are made to be broken.
Speaking of broken,
Boom. In fact, for a while, your healing is actually your main character here, out of combat.
yes, it's your full on skill points. You might as well get the extra damage in. This could kill.
Yeah. So when their toughness is broken, even if it's like not a weakness or whatever, you're going to be doing full damage here.
Battle over.
Then you beat a mini boss.
Hooray! Oh, and now there's more of them.
He had a lot of friends. He must have a lot of money.
You can't just gang up on us.
That ceiling fan fucked him up.
Yeah. Can I buy the ceiling fan?
If you have enough
Yeah,
gotcha, yes.
Why does it always have to get this exciting? Anyway, at least you're back.
That is separate from Kafka?
Mm-hmm.
That's not Kafka? Okay.
You've been through a lot.
Oh, phew. Himeko, what took you so long? That last wave of antimatter legion came at us like a swarm of locusts. Have you ever tried shooting locusts with a bow?
I wouldn't have made a difference. My orbital cannon can deal with a whole bunch of enemies at once, but I couldn't just blow up the space station with it. Herda would not like that.
How thoughtful
Are
of
you
you.
alright, Arlam? Asta's been worried about you.
I'm fine. A quick patching up will do. Thanks for asking. I'll report the situation to lead researcher Asta immediately.
Simp.
Hey, nice to meet you. I'm Himiko, navigator of the Astral Express.
Who?
All right.
In other words, she's in charge of where the express goes.
March hasn't been any trouble for you along the way, has she?
Think carefully about how you want to reply to that.
Uh-oh. Branching paths.
In that case. Sure.
Is lively a
I'll be
compliment?
cordial.
You take every step forward full of energy. He's a discerning one, isn't he, Don Hung?
I have the right to remain silent.
Look at you all. You've already gotten really close. Come on. Asta's been worried about all of you.
All right.
Trial.
Okay.
Because she's a 5-star character. We can't just give that to you.
Trail days level. Okay.
She happens to be the first 5-star I pulled.
Telemetry signal frequency
Yeah, whereas I pulled the other.
at normal levels.
The other 5-star.
Our measurements predict
Trailblazer,
that the Legion is
or not
about to
Trail- whatever.
unleash Over 10 waves of continuous attacks. Everyone, brace yourselves.
Asta,
All right.
we're back.
Oh, I'm glad you're all back safe.
You just told us to brace ourselves. Why are we just standing around?
Brace.
About his injury. Thank you for all your help. In times of disaster, I realize more and more that the space station's researchers are its most valuable assets. Alas, we were ill-prepared for such emergencies. We should have built up our security and combat departments. But on the other hand, the entire crew of the Astral Express seems to be extraordinarily skilled.
What is the current situation on the space station?
The situation is under control for now. The damage to our security system was minor. The intruder only managed to alter a small amount of data, so it was easy to fix.
Less resolution on these character models.
Yeah.
Look at that guy's fro, though.
You're not going to be pulling them in a gotcha.
The real problem lies with the researchers. They
Oh, that would be fucking funny.
wholeheartedly and never thought that the space station would be breached by the Legion. A broken spirit is far worse than a broken body.
Let's go speak with the researchers. Right now, the space station can't afford any more unexpected turns, especially from within. Have you tried contacting Herda?
I sent multiple letters, all met with silence.
Letters.
Mako,
Did you put a stamp on
the
it?
station is but a mere warehouse for followers and rare items. She doesn't really care about it.
No, space carrier pigeon.
No matter.
Hmm.
I'll also send a letter to Herda and tell her that we've brought the rare item she seeks. At least that might get her attention.
Oh, that would be of great help.
All right.
Uh-oh.
Oh, it's time.
Oh. You have a
Oh, God.
single star rail pass. Here's the tutorial on how you gotcha.
All right, here we go.
Or more likely, don't
Gonna
gotcha.
give you-
Come on. Oh man, I didn't get anything cool.
I wonder if it's possible.
Possible to get a 4. It's impossible to get a 4-star here. Yeah.
Yeah, I know, but I wonder if a 5-star is
might even
possible
be
or if this
required.
outcome is set. I'm assuming it's set, 'cause I think I also got
I
her
think
here.
it is set. I think you get Asta here.
Yeah.
No matter what. AKA
All right.
All right.
Mona's V.
Well, there's a lot to go on here.
That's the end of that.
This is the regular polling system where you actually can pick a character after 300 of them for free. There's also some
That's pretty
limited
neat.
time characters here. If you go up on that left-hand side, those are the 2 light cones that are unique, and here's the 2 characters that are unique with their corresponding light stone, light cone. Jason pulled for this in our video,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
and I still have been tempted by Boot Hill, but now that I know Ron May is coming in the next patch, I will not be pulling on him.
Yeah, it's probably the smart choice, realistically.
Yeah.
Boot
Okay.
Hill's still going to be useful going forward. Ron May is almost invaluable at every point in this game.
All right. Well, I've done one of the cool things now.
Yeah. Got a 4-star character. That's pretty good for a single pull.
Yeah. All right. Does that mean that I should quit now while I'm ahead here, or?
If you have any other questions, you're welcome to come to Himiko and me.
A giant pizza cutter?
Kind
So
of.
that ceiling fan that killed everything, that was hers. She has that
Uh-huh.
in the briefcase, yeah.
Only I caught the Antimatter Legion sooner.
That's fine. It's up to you how much lore you want.
The rest are fine, mostly minor injuries. But I'm worried about their mental states. Most of them came to the space station because they admired Madame Herta. But now they can't reach her or even their own families. I just hope they can all survive this crisis.
So how have you guys been getting to the point where you have, say, 200 pulls? Like how much time do I have to invest in order to get to that point?
I mean, the reality is not that much. Like, I mean, that sounds like a lie, I'm sure. But you can get roughly, if you just kind of do the dailies, you get like a pull a day. I mean, at least, especially if you have the, like the, whatever their Welkin Moon is called. I don't even remember what it is.
Yeah.
But when they do big patches, when they do events and stuff, they are pretty generous. Like, and when I say generous, I don't mean like Genshin generous. I mean like when this next update comes out, they're just gonna have like a page where they're like, oh, just log in for 10 days in a row and you'll get like 10 wishes or something like that. Like they just hand them to you. It might even be more. That might be like 15 or something. Like they'll just hand them to you. They'll be like, here, have a bunch, have 20 or something. They're pretty good about that.
And you'll get some from the main story. You'll get some, even though it's a small amount, for every like chest you open, achievement you get. It all adds up. It's all small, but especially if you're just sort of holding on to them for a bit, it's tough in the beginning because you're like, well, I need stronger characters. I want this cool thing. I want that. But when you get to a point where I have in particular in this game, or like where Doug has in Genshin, it's not just like, oh, every new shiny thing, because you already have good team composition and good characters, and then you get to be more choosy.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's even some things. There's a
Down, Alfred. Oh, sorry.
We can talk. We don't. She's not important.
yeah, she's not.
No.
So like, I don't know. I don't want to ruin your experience. She's voiced.
We're doing some pre-checks for the
You know?
satellite remote center.
That's
Her
true.
name is Hinkle. She can't be that important, but you know.
You push the controls to my
There's a thing called the simulated universe, which you have not even got
First,
close to
let's
yet.
talk about the controls.
But it's sort of like
Up
a,
is the spectrometer.
I don't know, like a roguelike kind of scenario in a way.
Reference level
Okay.
And like completing
Our pre-checks
or bumping into different like items, sort of like picking your different paths or items or things like for the first time will net you
You got
things
everything?
as well. I ended up with a ton of extra wishes because I had just never gone back and collected at one point. I realized it. I was like, oh, what is this screen yelling at me for? And then I finally looked in there and I was like, oh, I've just been sitting on like a ton of Stellar Jade that I haven't even.
That's my favorite mode. Of course, I like roguelites, so it's not a surprise. Not everybody loves that, but that's what's nice is there's a few different modes if you like different types of content, but almost all of them are going to give Stellar Jades in some form.
Left for the reference level and
Mhm.
right for the attenuator.
At the very least, for completing it like initially for a cycle, because sort of like the
I don't think you have to care
Abyss
about this,
in
by the way.
Genshin. Yeah.
Pre-checks have 3. Are you ready? 3.
What? Pre-checks.
You can
I
also
hit
go
the
into the
left
log, I
bumper.
think, right?
Yeah, the left bumper to see what she said.
Or is that the select button? Yeah, left bumper, you're right. Look, you can cheat.
Spectrometer is up, attenuator is right, and filter is down.
Wonderful. That was very helpful of you, kid. Alfred Abraham was close to it.
Oh, the other guy who did these 3 simple steps died.
Concentrate on the work at hand.
Didn't even get an
Well.
achievement for it. I was curious if it gave you a little, like, 5 jade thing or something. Nope, you get nothing.